So one of the things that I love about Storyline is how gosh darn easy it is to create awesome Flash style rollover animation effects such as you see here, the state of New York. I am rolling my mouse over the counties and you get this great outline. There's a slight fill in there as well on the hover state. Now, if you were looking at this, you might think, gosh, I bet you that took a lot of time. And indeed, if I were to try to do this in Flash, it would take a fair amount of time because well, A, I don't really know Flash that well, but B, it takes a lot of time and energy to create something like this in Flash. However, in Storyline, what you see here is actually, it's a secret, which you can tell everybody. It's really easy to do this. Let's come on over to Storyline. I'll show you. I'm going to grab a map of the United States here. And what we're going to really focus on here, two things, using hover states, but also the good old format painter, which is going to make this such a fast process. I'm going to start with a shape, and I'm going to use the freeform shape. And the freeform shape allows me to quickly outline the states here. So I'm going to start with California. I'm going to click and drag and click again to make a straight line. And I can click again and again. Or I could also hold my mouse button down and draw much as I would with a stylus. And I'm going to draw the outside coastline of California. I don't have to worry about getting perfect because we're going to cover up any mistakes in a little bit here. So you see I've got this outline, and obviously that's not what I want in terms of the look and feel for this. I would like this to be transparent in the normal state. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to format the shape, and I'm going to take the transparency down to 99%. So while it is invisible to the human eye, my mouse will still detect it, and it can activate a hover state, which I'm going to add momentarily. Line color, no line. So there, it looks as if there is nothing there, but there is a shape that is discernible to my mouse when I roll it over. What I'm going to do is create a hover state. I'm going to edit the state, add a new state, and this is going to be hover. So I add a hover state. The cool thing is this is the only time I'm going to have to go through this process. What I'm going to do is format this shape here then. And I will, let's make that black. We're going to take that down so there's a little bit of a fill when the mouse hovers over it. And the line color, let's go with a solid line. And this is the part where I said we don't have to worry about it getting it perfect because we'll cover up our mistakes with a thick line. There we go. Gives it a different visual style as well and covers up any mistakes that we might make. So now just as simple as that, California has a nice little hover state when my mouse hovers over. Now, as I said, that's the only time we have to go through that entire process, because from here on out, all we have to do is add a shape. That freeform once again. Let's get Nevada in on the party here. I'm going to click, and I'm going to get the outline of Nevada here. Get Nevada all set up. And I'm going to, right away, well, let's get Utah in on the fun. Utah, you are invited to our little state's party here. There we go. And now all I have to do, let's say I've got these two, I could go through and do the rest, but for now, I'll demonstrate. I'm going to grab California. I'm going to make sure it's active, and I'm going to come up to my Home tab, and this is where the Format Painter saves me so much time. I double-click the Format Painter, and I select, hey, Nevada, Utah, guess what? Doop, doop. You are now just like California. I have painted a hover state and the attributes of the hover state to each of those. And I've also taken, you've noticed in the normal state, the transparency now is applied as well. So if we were to go and preview this, we now have those states ready to roll. And it is just that simple. From here on out, all I have to do, add some more shapes if we wanted to get Colorado in on the fun. Just like that, all we have to do is go to Home, Format Painter, and paint Colorado. And now Colorado has joined this party as well. Check that out. Very quick. Once you get the first one down, you just go through, you highlight or you outline the other states with that freeform tool and just use the Format Painter to apply it. From here, you can do all sorts of fun stuff in terms of adding layers and triggers. But for now, that's the basic gist, and it is easy, my friends. So if you have any questions on this or any other topics related to Storyline, come on over, articulate.com, the eLearning Heroes forums, and we will do our best to answer any questions that you might have. Have fun, folks.